So I put a post out and it got over 20,000 views.
Wow.
So I've done an ebook based on that post
Yeah.
because there was a lot of questions about it. And I thought, well, I need to strike while the iron's hot, really. So yeah, I've just created
Well,
this guide.
I mean, like the fact that this is why social media is so important because it's almost like a test that you've been doing,
Yeah,
and you can kind of find like what people actually want to learn or what people want from you. So you can go away and create these products. If you're finding these sort of subjects get tons of views, then it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, definitely. I've only got about half an hour, by the way, if
Yeah,
that's
that's
okay.
fine. That's fine.
Just because obviously I've got people coming to my house soon.
So, I mean, like, let me ask you some questions then, because
Yeah, come on.
obviously before you joined my community, you was doing e-commerce, drop
Yeah,
shipping,
yeah,
and it wasn't something that you was having a lot of luck with. You were struggling with it.
yeah,
And I think we had a conversation and we decided, well, you decided that you wanted to go down this digital product route, more so like leveraging social media, learning how to build a personal brand.
yeah.
And you were stuck at, how many followers was you stuck at for ages?
About 500.
And what you on now?
17,500, I think.
And
Hang on.
that's happened pretty quick, isn't it? I mean, every time I look at your Instagram, it seems to have gone up another thousand.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm on. Let me have a look. 17.2K now.
Yeah, so that's insane.
In
So
about 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
yeah, I mean, it's happened really quick, isn't it? So,
Yeah,
and I think like what this shows is you just have to stick with it. You have to stay consistent because I think most of us who start the social media like journey, you don't see results straight away. It does take a while for it to compound and start to actually get to the point where you're getting thousands of followers every month now, which is like insane.
yeah,
So, and the best way to look at that is they're all potential members or potential clients, customers that you can work with.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So I think the next step for you is building some form of, well, we spoke about community, didn't we, as the main
yeah.
product.
On school. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
So, you've almost got 20,000 potential members. They're not all going to join, obviously, but even if you can get like a very small percentage of them to join, that's still going to be enough like to start giving you some decent return on investment now.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So,
That's why I created the ebook. 'Cause I thought if I create that, because basically the idea is to create the ebook, which is a low ticket product.
yeah.
And then the community, I would elaborate what's in the ebook in great detail. So it's like sort of a teaser, if you will.
Yeah. Well, it's what you call a lead magnet. So the ebook
Yeah.
is a simple product that you can either give it away for free or you can do like really low ticket and just get people through the door. Because if they can learn about what you have to offer and they can
Yeah.
start to listen to you, then they're more likely to want to join the community.
Yeah.
And it acts as another like income stream almost. If you can get an ebook selling, even if it's a cheap one, if you can sell a few of them a day,
Yeah.
it starts to add up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So with
So
the
yeah.
community then, where have you got with the community side of things?
So I've set some of it up, but then I
Yeah,
thought I'd have a chat with you first before I sort of proceed with it. So I was thinking of in my stand store, I'm gonna put down if people want one-to-one coaching, because obviously I've been a nurse for 20 years, so I've got a lot of medical knowledge. So like if people wanted one-to-one coaching, then they'll have to pay me so much, or they could pay me for an hour of my time,
yeah,
do
yeah.
it that way. And then the community people will pay like a monthly fee.
Hmm.
And within the community, I'd like elaborate on what's in the ebook. I just teach people things about real health that nobody teaches them in the system.
Hmm.
Because I've called myself like it's the Sovereign Health Project.
Hmm.
So basically, I want to teach people how to be sovereign over their own health,
Yeah.
so that they don't have to outsource the health to doctors and hospitals. They've got the power and the knowledge to look after themselves.
Yeah, and I think this is what I really like about your angle is because you're solving such a big problem.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's what makes it quite interesting because for some people who try to start communities, it's not like an interesting enough subject, or maybe it's not solving a big enough problem. But I think if you can make that clear, like, because I like the whole food as medicine angle, like, I think that's a brilliant sort of, because a lot of people just don't know, do they? They don't have the education. And
no,
if you can provide some sort of community and education and support, so the way I would like I like your thinking. Like you have, the way it works is it's closest. The closer they are to you, the more they pay. So the community, the access to the community will be like a what you call a do it yourself. offer, right? So they're joining the community. They're going to learn from the videos that you're going to make. Maybe you have like live calls every week, and that will be a do-it-yourself offer. So that will be like the lowest entry to the community, right? The next way up, the next membership up will be done with you. So maybe this is where you one-on-one coach them, and they do it with you. And then maybe think about, can you offer a done for you as well? Because done for you is normally like the highest ticket you can offer.
Yeah.
This is basically where you do something for them. So maybe you create them like a meal plan, maybe you create them like a plan. So
Yeah.
they would pay more for that service because you're basically doing work for them and you're putting it all on a plate.
Yeah.
So that's how I would do it. Just have three different tiers and then get people through the door. And if they want to learn from you more, if they want the one-on-one coaching, well, the option is there and they can always upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's a
you
good idea.
so it's called the Sovereign. What was it called? Sorry, the Sovereign.
Sovereign Health Project
Okay.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, something along those lines. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, something like that. Sovereign Health,
Yeah.
some. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the only thing that you need to get clear on is the I help statement. So who do you help? What do you offer? And what result do you get them? Because if you
Okay.
get crystal clear on that, I've really noticed over the last sort of year that the clearer that people get on that I help statement, the easier it is to sell the thing that you're trying to sell. So I think in the past, even you've been probably a little bit confused about what you're actually offering.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think most,
definitely.
I think most people are like, obviously I speak to a lot of the members and they just really struggle to, who are you targeting? For example, if we're doing like fitness, like who are we trying to target with fitness? Are we trying to work with pregnant mums? Are we trying to work with like dads over 50 years old? Are we trying to work with kids that have just left uni or something? Like they're all different niches and they're all different ways of coaching these members and clients.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like you need to get clear on like who is it that you're helping? Because I know you said to me you was originally going to do female, but now
Yeah.
you're thinking about maybe opening that up a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be for everyone because it's not just women that have health problems, it's men too. And a lot of my audience are men.
Hmm.
So I don't just want to cater to women because then I think I'm just going to narrow my audience too much. Whereas, if I keep it like broad, because basically anybody can learn. I mean, I've lived this way, I've lived this way for
Yeah.
years. So I've not seen a GP in over 7 years. So I know what I do works. And it's basically just teaching people what I do so that they can implement it and they can stay out of the system. Because
Hmm.
being in the system, it's really hard to get out of the system. Once you're in the system, it's really hard to get out of the system. So my goal is to prevent that from happening,
Yeah.
not just reversing disease, but preventing it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a really great like it on the surface it sounds like an incredible product, doesn't it? And what you're offering. We
Yeah.
just need to package it in the right way so you can actually convince people because I think that's going to be the hardest bit is like getting people to realize that this other path exists.
Yeah.
So
I mean, fortunately, because of the controversial things that I post
yeah,
online, I've attracted the right audience. The audience that I've attracted are
yeah.
open-minded.
Well, that's something
So,
I wanted to talk to you about because like what you've been doing on social media, you've kind of figured out like a really good angle and it's working because now you seem to just make videos. I can see that sometimes you make these videos like on purpose almost because you know they're gonna
yeah.
like bring in like the right sort of people, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
with social media, you have to be a little bit controversial. You have to like split opinion
Yeah.
because then you get people in the comments, which tells the social media platforms that your posts are engaging, and then it pushes
Yeah.
your post out to even more people, and then you have like all these people arguing in the comments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I get so much abuse online, so much hate, but
Yeah, but you do like I've started
it's
doing
right.
this. Yeah, this is just because I've started talking about like the 9 to 5 and being a bit of a scam.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've noticed like since I've been doing that on my YouTube, I had a video the other day. I had 60 comments on it of loads of people just arguing,
Yeah.
and just obviously trying to defend that they love their job, and you got other people saying they hate their job. So,
Yeah.
but that's what you need to do. I think anyone like doing social media, you kind of have to do that now, because
Yeah.
otherwise you can't cut through the noise.
You've got
So
to yeah, you've got to resonate with people and you've got to make people feel something. And this is what I figured out. You've either got to piss people off, you've either got to shock them, or you've got to surprise them, or they've got to be like, there's got to be some reaction in order
yeah,
for your post to go viral. So
absolutely. I mean, like what I was going to ask you as well is why are you posting on TikTok and YouTube?
No, because I can't be arsed with it because I'm too busy. And at the
Yeah.
moment, I can only manage one platform.
Yeah. So when you say manage, do you mean like replying to the comments and stuff?
Replying to comments, replying to messages, because I want to try and engage with my audience.
Yeah.
Because people don't buy products, they buy the person.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you not think that, because I think the content that you're making on Instagram, I think Instagram should be your main platform. I think that's the one that you put all the energy into. Like you do
Yeah.
the DMs, the comments, you engage with people. But is there not, what's the harm in taking those same posts and just posting them on YouTube and TikTok anyway? And not feeling like you have to engage with anything, just posting them for the sake of posting them. Because
I
I
mean, I
feel
did
like
post, I got banned off TikTok.
because I
I
feel
got banned.
you know you've the traction you're getting on one platform. I feel like you're it's almost I get it, I get what you're saying by time, but I feel like it's almost a waste not to leverage YouTube and TikTok as well because you're already creating the content. You're just distributing it on different platforms.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is like really good at the moment. And I think long term, YouTube's going to be the platform where you can perhaps sit down and do like a 10-20 minute video doing like a mini course and using these as lead magnets as well as an ebook and driving people from your Instagram over to your YouTube for them to nurture the clients and customers more.
Yeah.
Because as you know, like with Instagram, there's only so much value that people can get from like a 30-second video. Whereas when you push them to YouTube, they can sit there and watch you for like 20 minutes. That's where you're going to find the highest value clients that are going to want to work with you one on one.
Yeah.
So I'm only saying it because you're obviously putting the effort into making the content. I feel like it's just a little bit more work of posting it on these other platforms, and you're almost like killing multiple birds with one stone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just get overwhelmed with it because obviously I'm running a small business on eBay. I've got this job, I've
Yeah.
got Instagram, my son, the house, the dog, and it's just I did think about YouTube, and I know that YouTube is a good way to
Mhm.
go, and I probably will go on YouTube. It's just I just need a bit more time. But
Mm.
after last night's escapades at work, I might not have a job anyway, so I might
Oh,
have
really?
more. So yeah, I had a bit of a run in with one at doctors at work, and
Yeah.
I'm just not putting up with any shit. So I don't know if it'll backfire on me or not.
Well, this is, but the thing is, like, you're building such a good like, because the way I see social, you just want to be careful with social media. Don't get banned. You're building a really good asset right now,
Yeah.
which is going to enable you to really like start making some serious money online.
Mm.
Because then you don't need to go back to your job, right? That's the whole goal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's leveraging social media, building some form of digital product, and building like a problem solving company around it. And you've done the hard bit. Like social media is where most people get stuck.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've kind of figured that out now. So, it's really it's pretty simple from here. You just need to start building this community. Don't overthink it. Just keep it really minimal for now.
Yeah.
All it's got to be is you could perhaps do like, for example, you don't even need to put any videos in it for now. You could just have like a weekly call, right? Just literally just put a call in the calendar and just say to everyone, get people in. Like maybe you just want to start it off for free to start with, just to get people through the door. Just say like right now, the first 100 people are going to be free. And then maybe after that, you can start to put a figure on it. But the mistake people make is I think they need to charge straight away for everything, but this makes it harder to get the testimonials and to get the results.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So if you almost get people in for super, super cheap or free, you can do these weekly calls. You can start to record the calls. Put together a little presentation every Monday or whatever it needs to be, and just go through like a half an hour long call. Record them, put those recordings into the community, and then anyone new that joins, you've got content inside the community for them to consume.
Yeah.
And then in the background, you can start working on maybe you want to put together like little courses or training modules. And
Yeah.
then you can get to the point where you're like, right, the community's got quite a lot of stuff in now. I'm in a good position to start charging like £50 a month, £100 a month, whatever it needs to be. And then, of course, your coaching offers follow alongside that as well.
Yeah.
But if you start like that, like really, you can get going pretty much straight away because there's no friction. You
Yeah. I
just
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 figure out
just
when I'm
map,
gonna do it.
yeah, just map out some like little modules that you can put together on like a call, like little presentations. Could be
Yeah.
anything, right? Like obviously this is your field, like you know what to sort of teach people. Um, but just don't procrastinate on it because I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Like you're in a really good position now to start making money online.
Yeah.
There's nothing really stopping you. Like what would you say is going to hold you back?
Just me, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's like I think most of us fall into that trap, don't we? We just procrastinate on things.
Yeah,
Like it's like my I wish I started YouTube and content 10 years ago, but I was too scared because I kept overthinking it.
right.
I kept thinking that I needed to be perfect or just better or have a special camera or have all the tools, but you don't really need any of that. You can just start with what you have.
Yeah, definitely.
And actually, I found like YouTube, like my recent videos have just been shot on my phone. And I'm like, well, why did I go away and buy like a professional camera, all the stuff, when actually the best performing content is just really authentic phone content?
Yeah, that's true. Because I only use my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
And I use the Edits app, which is really good. I actually prefer it to CapCut for
Yeah,
most of
it's I've been using that as well. It's really good for phone mobile
yeah,
stuff, isn't it?
yeah, it's really good. So yeah, and there's a girl who I follow on Instagram. She's called Blissfully Aware. She's only 21. She's got some, I think she's on nearly 40,000 followers.
Right.
And all she does every day, she just gets her phone and she just records herself and she just posts it instantly. Like there's no editing or anything. She just posts it and she's just flying. She's 21. And I think fair play. And she's really controversial and she pisses
Yeah.
people off. And this is what she's figured it out as well.
Yeah. Well, even if you look at like some of the members, like Joe, for example, he's had a couple of videos go quite viral and he's doing the same thing. Like it's the controversial
Yeah.
subjects.
Yeah.
Again, like the members, like as soon as you start to divide these opinions of like people have, and you make people question things, this is what gets the traction. This is what gets it. It's all about gathering attention, isn't it? If you can get attention,
Yeah.
then you can obviously get people to follow you.
Yeah.
So with your current like ebooks and stuff, have you had any sort of like extra results with those?
The current ones I actually sold, remember when I put the weight loss one out a few months ago? That sold at a copy yesterday. And I
Right.
have had so many people download all my free guides. So I've got a lot of
Hmm.
email addresses now. Hundreds of people have downloaded them, you
Yeah.
know. So hopefully when people start implementing the ebook that I put out about how to reverse the damage from the COVID vaccine,
Hmm.
when people start implementing that into their life and they start feeling better and then they message me, and then I can
Yeah.
share that. And it's
Yeah.
all testimonials.
Yeah. So like, you've how many emails have you got? Do you know?
There's loads.
Is
I've
it is it
not
in the
checked, but I've had a lot lately. I
is
keep
it in
getting,
that in the hundreds? Is it?
yeah, yeah, I
So
keep getting loads of emails
you're
non-stop.
you're almost like perfect then because you've got like hundreds of emails, you've got social media following, so you should really be able to drive a lot of people into this community pretty quick.
Yeah,
So there's nothing really stopping you, is there?
no,
Because like the hardest bit of building a community and digital product is traffic,
mm,
and I feel like you've almost got this pretty locked down. Especially that's why I'm saying like to leverage YouTube and TikTok as well because I feel like you could almost triple the amount of attention that you're getting.
yeah,
Because with the YouTube, you can post shorts on there, so you can just
yeah,
post the same videos that you've got, like just literally repurpose them.
yeah,
And if it's a time thing, I mean, yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? If you can start making a bit of money online with your community, it'll almost be worth like maybe paying someone just to literally sit there and repurpose all your stuff. Because then
yeah.
you can just put all your energy onto Instagram and just have someone else go and just sit there and post on these other platforms for you.
Oh, you can get people to do that, can you?
Yeah, of course you can. It's
All
like
right.
a social media sort of distributor, like, because I get it, it's time consuming sitting there posting the same video on multiple platforms, doing the captions and all that good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's just a different channel. You're maximizing the amount of reach that you're going to get.
yeah,
So I really like it. I'm really excited to see like where you end up with this because I think it's going to be huge.
yeah. I mean, I know it's going to take time, but yeah, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. And all I needed was just one viral reel, and that's what set me off. Just that one reel. That was it.
Do you think it was the real though, or do you think it was the confidence that you got from the real?
Yeah, probably both.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably both.
It's like validation, isn't it? Like when you have something go quite viral, it kind of reinforces that, actually there is people that agree with what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you're gonna get haters, obviously, but there's a small portion of people that actually love what I put out there, which is why they're following me,
yeah,
and that kind of reinforces the confidence to keep going and doing more of those same sort of videos.
yeah. Because I nearly quit. I was
Yeah,
ready for quitting. I was like, do you know what? This isn't working. I need to find another strategy. And then one day I just thought, right, I'm just going to post this and see what happens. And it had 1.5 million views. And it just went
that's
off. I
insane.
was like, okay, that's what I need to do now.
Yeah. And it's just I see what you're doing because every now and again you just sprinkle one of those like controversial ones in.
Yeah,
And then in between, you're providing value by doing like, trying to teach people what you know, which is good.
yeah, yeah,
Which is what not every video is going to go viral and get views, but you're nurturing those people that are following you with those more educational based ones.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And they're open-minded. They're not all stuck in the system, and under
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's almost like
medication.
your perfect client, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Because they've already had their mind changed
Yeah,
and they're open to sort of learning a different way of, well, I guess educating them about like nutrition and food.
yeah, yeah,
So what
exactly.
would you say? So let's go back to the I help statement. So who are we helping?
Everyone, men and women,
Men and women who
the
have what
age
though?
of 15 upwards.
Do they have a certain health condition? Do they have a certain, like, what is it about these men and women?
So it's for men and women who either want to, well, they just sort of stay out of the system. So basically, anybody who wants to prevent disease or anybody who's got a condition that they want to try and reverse or manage better. Because even though there's so many people out there who take medication, but they still
Hmm.
got symptoms.
Hmm.
So it's a case of helping people live better,
Hmm.
longer. Because I did a post the other day, I've not posted it yet, about how we're all living longer, but we're all living sicker
Yeah,
because there's a difference
yeah,
between lifespan and health span. There's
yeah,
no point in getting to the age of 100 but spending the last 10 years of your life in bed.
yeah.
So it's
So
that
true.
kind of, so yeah,
So we're helping people looking to understand how to live a healthier life
yeah,
through the nutrition,
yeah, through
through
the
the
nutrition.
nutrition that we consume, basically.
Yeah,
So that's who we're helping. So maybe we need to kind of get a bit more clear on that. We want to kind of say this in like one line almost. Because the more specific you can get with this I help statement, the easier it will be for you to communicate this.
right, yeah,
And it will be easier for people to understand what you're actually offering. So, for example, if I said to you, I help I help tired dads over the age of 50 get back in shape, finally get back in shape and lose a bit of body weight. So I'm very
yeah,
specific who I'm targeting there. I'm just helping sort of middle-aged dads who maybe have gained a bit of weight over the last few years, and I'm helping them get back in shape. So who do we help? What do we offer? So what is your offer?
yeah,
So your offer is going to be a community where you show people, but this is where we need to get clear again because we need to long term, we need to decide what's going to be in this community. Are you going to have a course? Are you going to have like some sort of weekly call? Again, like we spoke about, like this is how we want to package the offer. So what are we actually offering? So if someone's going to give you £50 per month, what are they getting for that £50 per month? They're going to get a community and a supportive community. They're going to get training videos. They're going to get coaching, live coaching once per week. This is the offer that we're going to package up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then the final thing is the result. So what result are they going to get from joining your community?
yeah,
And again, you just kind of went through that then. They're going to learn how to live and well, what you said a second ago, you're gonna learn how to live old, but also live old being healthy.
yeah, yeah. So longer, healthier life and just
Yeah,
staying out of the
longer.
system
Sorry, Karen.
and just staying out of the system, really. So it's to make
When
people independent over their own health.
when you say system, like what do
Yeah,
you
what
mean by
about
that?
like the NHS? The NHS, because once you're stuck in there, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, because I've worked in the NHS for like 20 years, and I know, and I've been a patient in the NHS, and I know firsthand that once you are in that system, you
Mm,
cannot get out.
mm,
Because once you get diagnosed with a disease, you'll go to see a doctor, they'll put you on medication. The medication will give you side effects.
yeah.
You'll go back to the doctors, they'll give you another medication to counteract the side effects. And it's a vicious circle, and around
Yeah.
people go.
Yeah.
And not
It's
only that,
it's yeah, it's I watched an interesting film, or was it a documentary on Netflix not so long ago. And it was what you're talking about, but it was in America. And
Yeah.
in America, apparently it's like 10 times worse than it is in England. And England's bad.
Yeah.
But in America, they literally like sell you pharmaceutical drugs when you don't even need it because
Yeah.
they just push these like drugs onto you because it's all about profit, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And like you
So
said, like as soon as you start taking medication, you need other medication to combat the side effects. So then you're
yeah.
just having this cocktail of drugs every single day.
Yeah. And you know
So
what? A lot of disease, like heart disease, strokes, all these common diseases that we all, that are now becoming the norm,
mhm,
they can be so easily prevented
mhm.
with your diet and your lifestyle.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
all diet and lifestyle factored.
that's why I like that whole catchphrase that food is medicine
Yeah, it is.
because it makes you think about food in a different way, doesn't it? It's not just
Yeah.
about like a lot of people just eat because they don't understand what nutrition is and they just eat because they feel hungry and their brain tells them they need food.
Yeah.
But we never really get taught in school or anything like that what nutrition actually is and how to actually understand how to manipulate it to help you.
Yeah.
Because, I'm into the gym and I understand food a lot more than most people would. But the average person, like I look at my parents, for example, they just do not understand nutrition
No.
like at all. And I think it's quite scary because it makes you realize that most of the population is like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think you're going to smash it. You just need to start building this community now. Just do it. There's
Yeah.
nothing really stopping you, is there? Just like I said, get your first call in there. Start using
Yeah.
it as a lead magnet. Get loads of people in. Just say to people like, look, first 100 people, you can come in for this special offer. Get people through the door. Start doing these calls, and then record them, and then you've got value inside the community. So the next 100 people, you can charge them. It
Yeah.
doesn't even need to like that's just an example. It doesn't need to be a 100 people. It could be 10 people.
Yeah. Yeah. I might do 10.
But yeah, but I think you'd be surprised how many people you actually get in.
Yeah.
Do you have any, in terms of like the people on social media, you having like many conversations with them on the DMs?
Oh, yeah. I get DMs all the time. It's like this asking me, there's a guy messages me quite a lot because his 13-year-old son's got Crohn's and he's had a really bad time of it. I mean, I've given him loads of information because it's a child.
Hmm.
I feel like it pulls on my heartstrings because I've got a
Yeah,
child of a similar age. And what would I do if that were my child? So yeah, I get so many messages asking me questions about what do I mean by this? What do I mean by that? Like the seven pillars of disease, the toxic load, the nutrient deficiencies, the dysregulated nervous system. All this is part of your
yeah,
overall health and well-being. And this is what the ebook is about. And people have been asking me, well, what does this mean? What's mitochondrial health? Well, it's all in the ebook. So, it's there for people to read.
yeah.
And all of the seven pillars of health and disease, they all interlink with each other.
Hmm.
So I've got the ebook, which is, as you said, the lead magnet. But then in the community, there's going to be a video course on each individual section explaining it in more detail so people can actually, because I think people learn better from watching videos as well.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. It's more engaging.
Yeah,
It's easier to sort of consume, isn't it, and
yeah,
understand. And then if you can offer the support alongside that, then it's going to be a great business for you.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean, there's no reason you can't get this set up pretty quick.
I know.
Because like I said, you've done the hard bit, you've done the content, you've done the months and months, like years. Well, really, when did you start doing this? Because
Um,
when you joined my community, you were sort of, well, I guess you was flip-flopping between ideas and you wasn't really consistent. Um, and you was kind of like going down the econ route, like I said.
yeah,
But I think deep down you knew, because we had a conversation, didn't we, when you first joined, and we spoke about like as soon as you told me about your knowledge and your experience, like I could tell straight away that this is something that excites you and it's something that you could help other people with.
yeah,
So that's why I said to you, like, this is the route I think you should go down is packaging that knowledge into some form of digital education business.
yeah,
Because people get into dropshipping and ecom because they think it's like an easy way to start generating money online.
yeah,
But they neglect the fact that they have all this crazy knowledge that other people will be willing to learn from, willing to pay for, and willing to learn from you. So yeah, I just think it's cool that you are actually seeing some tangible results in terms of social. You might not be seeing financial results just yet, but that comes with time, right? You've built the attention, you've built the flywheel, the marketing flywheel. And now all you need is some sort of product to drive that traffic to.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you to you as well, because if it worked for your guidance, I probably would have just quit. You kept saying, just stick with it, just stick with it. You've got to be consistent. And I was like, oh, and then, yeah, so thanks to you.
No, you're more than welcome. And I think we all fall into that trap where we feel like giving up, but it's just a process you have to go through. I think every business I've started there's always been a dip where you're not seeing the results that you thought you would by that time. And you kind of just feel like giving up because like, what's the point? I'm not seeing results. I'm doing all this work and I'm not seeing anything back.
Yeah,
But I think that is where most people quit. And if you
yeah,
just keep going, because I could see that you're doing the right thing, you just haven't yet found that viral video or that traction. But like you said, once you found that viral video, it's giving you the confidence, it's giving you like tons of followers coming in. So now the new people are seeing your content
yeah,
and it's almost pushed you into the algorithm.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean, like, I think what would be best to do is start building this community, start giving it a go, and then we'll jump on another call, and maybe I can help you like structure it. We can have a deeper call, like going through like how to build this community out, how to sort of set up the systems, because there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, like the back end systems that we need to go through. Because
Yeah,
because by the sounds of it, like time is a big issue for you.
yeah,
So we want to try and make this like what I call a lifestyle business. It's fun to run. You don't want it to be hard work. You want something that's going to pay you, like replace your salary, and it's going to give you all the time in the world to do things that you want to do every day.
yeah, exactly.
So we
Yeah,
don't want to make this like a chore. We want to make it an enjoyable experience for you,
yes. My goal is to if I'd be so happy if I could make 10K a month.
which I have no doubt you will with this sort of offer.
Yeah,
There's no reason you can't get to way more than that. And remember, when the good thing about building a school community is that it's really high profit. So
yeah,
you're looking at like 90%, 90+% profit margin,
yeah, exactly. And I'm so
which
glad
is,
I went down this route and not the tip, like the standard e-com drop
yeah,
shipping and all that, because that is just so hard work.
I say this to everyone, I'm really honest, like it's not a beginner friendly business model.
No,
E-com is great if you've got money to invest and if you've got like, you're willing to take that risk because you need to buy stock, you need to pay for ads, you need to have that stock somewhere, pack orders, all of
yeah,
those things eat into your margin. Having a community, you just need to basically show up every day, help people, and that's all you need to do.
yeah,
Get people results and just yeah provide that value over time. It's a digital, it lives on the internet. You can go on holiday and still make money. You're not limited by having a physical business.
yeah,
So
exactly.
cool.
Well, thank you very much.
No, you're more than welcome. It's great to I think it's just really awesome to see how well you're doing. Again, in terms of social media, I know you're not making directly like crazy money or anything, but I think that I can see that definitely coming. That's the exciting part.
Yeah,
I feel like you're at the start of like a really cool journey that you're about to jump on this really cool train and you're gonna start making money from doing all this stuff that you've been doing on social media.
yeah. This is the year I get out of my job.
100%. 100%. I think
Because
you could set this up pretty quick in the next month or so
yeah,
and get this at least starting to make a few £1,000 a month online because that will replace your income.
yeah, it would. And I'm going to get sacked anyway if anyone from work sees my Instagram. Sees my
Which
Instagram, that's it. I'm done for anyway.
which is yeah, probably only a matter of time now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you anyway for your support. And once I've set the community up on school and everything, I'll do a reel about you online, and because that will help you. That should help you, shouldn't it? Get more
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
people want to get out of the 9 to 5s and they don't know how. So obviously, I'll speak about my journey through ecom, through meeting you,
Yeah.
through your
Yeah,
support. Yeah,
yeah. I'd massively appreciate that. It'd be fantastic.
yeah, I'll do that. Once it's set up and everything, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, and like I said, just have a go with the community, and I'm happy to help you jump on another call. I can help you guide. If you get stuck on anything, just let me know, basically,
I will.
because
All right.
I want to make sure you do this and start getting some results now.
Yeah, I do. I need to get out. I need to get out my job. So,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
All right, Georgie.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Have a
Right.
lovely weekend, and I will catch you soon.
Yeah, catch you soon. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.